Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Hearthstone-ish. Basically, I did try this video with Minecraft in the background, but I thought it just was kind of boring. So I'm going to be talking about Industrialcraft updates while playing some Hearthstone. You'll get the gist anyway. So let's talk about Minecraft. Let's talk about Industrialcraft specifically. So, some changes have been made recently. Some I have no problems with, and others are a little bit, annoying to say the least, I suppose. Well, only one is really that. Most of it is good, and one of it is not so good. But let's talk about some of this stuff. So, first off, energy crystals can now be macerated to get the Energium back. That's kind of cool. There's been some crop stuff done, so fixed crops being clickable client side. Try saying that when you're drunk. Causing stupid glitches. And then something about crops have been fixed, not that they weren't upgradable. And then there was some code cleanup as well. So 258, which is the first one, which is the only one I don't really, I think it's a little bit silly. Gregorius has apparently fixed the scaffolding recipe to only give 4 scaffolds. Now we'll talk about that in a minute. I don't think it's a particularly great idea, but we'll see. Let's not do that. Let's end the turn. Right. Rubblewood registrations have been fixed, not using wildcard. Next one is quite good actually. So he's fixed the RTG outputting higher voltages than 16 when full. Now that's kind of useful because I know people who use RTGs for various things, and they use multiples because it makes sense. So if you have 2 of them outputting into a bat box, and for some reason one of them decides to output higher voltage than 16, it's going to blow the bat box, and it shouldn't have. So yeah, that's kind of useful. Reinforced doors are now a little bit stackable. Trees no longer grow into wiring. Now this is really, really good. So the way that it used to work was when you planted a tree next to some wiring, when the tree grew, the wiring would be knocked out by the leaves. Hopefully that shouldn't happen now. The leaves should grow around the wires rather than, well, through them and just replacing them. So that's useful. And the last one, which is actually really cool, is quantum suits can now be dyed. So you spend quite a lot of your resources building this quantum suit, and you can't even dye it at the end of the day, which is a bit of a shame. But now you can. Well, when they actually fix it, there's some looks like Gregorius is having some trouble actually getting it to work, but hopefully in the near future we'll actually have the ability to dye quantum suits, which is kind of neat. So let's just talk a little bit more about this one, which is 258. Now we've finished the list of all the updates. So 258 means that so I'll read this out word for word what he has said. So, fixed scaffold recipe now gives only 4 scaffolds. You won't need millions of scaffolds anyways, since you get those back after sea foaming, and who doesn't have a tree farm? There is way too much wood. Now, Gregorius removed this, or this was a change that Gregorius made in his own mod, GregTech. The reasoning behind it was that people were using the scaffolding to burn, because one scaffold on its own made as much energy in a generator as logs. So for the price of, you know, one log, you'd get a lot more power out of it. You'd get 750 times 16, yeah, as opposed to, you know, what it should have been. So he changed it, you know, and that was his fix. Fair enough, okay, it's a little bit of a tacky move really to be doing that sort of thing, but it's awkward, you know. If you wanted to change it, then, you know, change the amount that the generator makes out of one scaffold, you know, divide it by 16. That would be a far better fix, because people use scaffold to build things, and you then spray your construction foam over the top, and that makes the stuff. Now, I do quite a lot of my work on this server underwater, so for me, you know, I had to build the construction out of the scaffolding first and then spray it over the top. I don't have a tree farm, you know. It was, I just make what I need, and then yeah, I literally just made what I needed, and then, you know, that was that. I've then been using that same scaffold for walls, but I did lose a fair amount of scaffold building the structure because I was building underwater. I couldn't actually see where a lot of it fell, and there is, you know, a chance that you will lose your scaffold, you know, down pits and stuff. So this whole idea of you get those back, you don't get them all back, because, you know, you will lose some, you know, you drop it, whatever. So yeah, I hope that gets changed back, or he sees sense, or whatever really, or config option added in the text file. I think that would be a lot better, but who knows. Other than that, you know, it's been all good so far, I think. I just hope that this is a one-off, that this is the only fix. I'm doing the quote things, you can't see me, but yeah, that this is the only fix that he makes to Industrialcraft to make it a little bit more like his own mod. I'm going to do that. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say on the matter, I suppose. All in all, quite a good sort of series of patches, and I think Industrialcraft is going in the right direction. So that's it from me, but for the benefit of the viewers that kind of tuned in for my Hearthstone, I'll just finish this game off for you. I think I'm going to lose this one. I might be on something. If I can get rid of that, then aha, I can get something with charge or taunt. I can't. Yeah, let's do that. I can't do anything with that yet. So let's just talk about Hearthstone for a minute, shall we? So Hearthstone is a collectible card game. It's apparently been built in the Unity engine, and you know, it's, you win stuff, you get like little gold coins, and you use those little gold coins to, you know, buy more cards and hopefully get, you know, better ones, build your deck, that sort of thing. It's, you know, quite neat really. Let's do that. That's going to restore me some health. Let's do that, because that'll be annoying. And let's do... Ooh, I could stick Cold Light Oracle down, but that'll give him some cards. I can go through there, so I can get rid of that one. And I could put down that one. That's going to let me draw a card. River Crosslet, not useful. I think, you know, he's won this one. He's definitely had the better deck. There we go. And one more. Neat. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.